Hello. This is Faye, and I sell Medicare plans. Today, I would like to talk to you about the 101 of Medicare. Did you know that Medicare can be confusing? Yes, it can be very, very confusing. There are those nuances and there's little twists and turns within Medicare. Just like anything else, there are those little things that you may or may not know. So what I'd like to do is break down just the basics so that you have a better understanding, a clearer understanding, and perhaps can guide you to help you to make the right decision. Now, being eligible for Medicare also means that the decision that you make about how to use Medicare benefits has to be an informed decision. It cannot be one that you've heard this and you've heard that, and your mother had this and your grandmother had that, and this is the way it was done 20 years ago. Things are different. Delivery of healthcare is different, but you have choices. You do have choices, and you just need to understand what those choices are in order to make that informed decision to decide which is going to be better for you, the Medicare beneficiary. So this is for people who are turning 65 and will be eligible for Medicare for the first time. It's also for people who may be disabled and not age 65, but you've been collecting Social Security disability for 2 years, 24 months, so you will become eligible for Medicare. There are a couple of other situations where you may be getting Medicare right away, and that's fine. But this is basic information about your Medicare choices. So if you have end-stage renal disease, that's one of those other exceptions where you're going to get access to Medicare benefits right away. So now, what is Medicare? It's a federally sponsored program. And when you've worked, you pay Medicare taxes. So you pay into the Medicare system. When you work, your employer pays into the Medicare system. Everyone who has Medicare in one way or the other pays a Part B premium. Either the individual pays it themselves through Social Security deductions, or through payments directly to Social Security, or the state may be paying the Medicare premium, Part B premium for you. However, in some way, that Part B premium is going into the Medicare fund. And then also the Medicare fund has income that comes through Congress. Congress has a budgeted line item that they contribute money to Medicare. That's through the Social Security Department, which is all under the Department of Health and Human Services. Big, confusing already, right? Too much to know. Simply put, there is a Medicare fund. So from the Medicare fund, think of the Medicare fund as being up here at the top with dollar signs, because that's the money bag. That's the money bag, that Medicare pot. That Medicare fund, obviously, is where your Medicare benefits are going to come. So the two choices that you will have will be to use Original Medicare, which is your Medicare Part A, and your Medicare Part B. Those are the two things that are in Original Medicare. That's the red, white, and blue card that everybody gets. That's the red, white, and blue card that no longer includes your Social Security number, but you are assigned a Medicare ID number. And that number has both numerals and letters, so that, but that's your specific number, just like you are given a designated specific social security number, you're given a unique MBI, Medicare Beneficiary Identification Number. So once you get that number, you have original Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B. Now, you may recall when I was telling you about the Medicare fund, I said there is a premium. So some people unknowingly may refuse the Part B because they don't want to pay the premium. By refusing to take Part B when you become first eligible, should you decide later that you want to have Part B, you're going to have to pay a penalty for the period of time that you did not have Part B. So Part B is something that everybody has and something that everybody needs to do. So when you first become eligible for it, get it. The Part A benefits, let's break down the A and the B. So Part A is going to be your inpatient hospital benefits, hospice, skilled nursing. Those are basically the biggest things that you're going to think about for Part A. And then for Part B, those are all of the outpatient services, such as doctor's office visits, laboratory tests, surgeons, x-rays. Those are outpatient services. So if you don't have that Part B, then you're going to be 100% responsible for all of the charges for those type services. So let me go over A and B again. A, inpatient hospital, hospice, home health care, some other services like blood, but those are your basic ones. Now, Part B, your outpatient services. Now that you know what Part A covers and what Part B covers, let's talk about what you will have at 100% with just that original Medicare card. So for Part A expenses, the benefit that has no deductible, no co-insurance would be home health care services and the first 20 days of skilled nursing. Your inpatient hospital is going to have a deductible that you would be responsible for paying. And as we meet together, we'll talk about those specific numbers so that you have a real good picture of what your out-of-pocket expense might be. So you do have a deductible and you do have co-insurance involved in Part A benefits. For Part B benefits, you have an annual Medicare deductible. And after that deductible, Medicare pays 80% of approved expenses. So you would be responsible for the 20%. Now, you may say to yourself, well, a doctor's office visit isn't that much. I haven't had insurance, so I've been paying like $80 or $100 for a doctor's office visit, so that can't be that much. You're right. You're absolutely right. However, consider the fact that if you had a surgery, now you're going to use either an outpatient facility or an inpatient hospital stay for the surgery. So that adds that liability of cost to you. That 20% could be a much larger amount. And with original Medicare, there's no cap. There's no maximum out of pocket that you pay. So if you say, oh, I can't wait until I get Medicare. When I get my red, white, and blue card, I'm going to be all set. I'll have Medicare. And you feel that you are, that's one of the confusions that I want to clarify. You are not all set, because that leaves you with a lot of out-of-pocket expense exposure that you may have. And it's a known fact. The more mature you become, the more you are susceptible to illnesses and diagnoses. So you will need more care. You will need more treatment as you get older. So with the original Medicare, you could purchase what's called a Medicare supplement. You might also know this as a Medicare Medigap plan, because it fits the gaps. The most common Medigap plan that's available to people who are just turning 65 is a plan G, that's G for good, or N for Nancy. And the only difference between the two is the N for Nancy, you will have a copay for office visits and a copay for the emergency room. Otherwise, Plan G will supplement or follow original Medicare. Wherever original Medicare is approved, the payment is approved, the supplement Plan G will pick up what Medicare approves but doesn't pay, except for the annual deductible, the annual Part B deductible. So with that annual Part B deductible, you would pay that. You'd pay a monthly premium for the supplement, and all of the supplements are going to be the same. So you can get a Plan G from any of the private insurance companies, and that Plan G is going to offer you the same benefits. It also doesn't matter what state you're in, where you're located, the Plan G benefits are going to be the same. What will differ is premium cost and underwriting in terms of the carrier, the private insurer. So there are companies that do a lot of Medicare supplements, and their costs may be lower because they have more people insured, and they may not. But prices for that Plan G can vary. So now, let me just tell you, you've got original Medicare, a red, white, and blue card that has Part A, has Part B, and you're paying a monthly premium for a supplement to pick up what Part A and Part B approves but doesn't pay. Sounds good, right? But you're still missing another piece. The third piece to make that option of the way you use your benefits complete is to have a standalone prescription drug plan. Again, you can get that from any of the approved insurance carriers in your area. Medicare approves their plans. The plans are all set up on the model that Medicare gives them. So they are approved plans, they're creditable. And again, the prices will fluctuate based on which plan you choose. But this is where you meet with someone who can help you to put in the prescriptions that you're taking and see which plan actually works better for you. I'm going to recap that option one. So option one, you got original Medicare. Part A doesn't cost you if you've worked and paid into the Medicare system, those taxes, for 40 quarters. They don't have to be consecutive. They could be any time over a 10-year period. You have Part B, which has a premium, and that premium goes directly to the Medicare fund through Social Security. You're purchasing a supplement. The supplement has a monthly premium, varies from insurance company. And 4, you have a standalone Part D prescription drug plan that has a premium and copays as well. So with that, you have a full comprehensive program. Now, there is another option, and that's your second option. Your second option is what's known as Part C, C for Charles or Community, or Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage plans are becoming more and more popular. Here in the state of Florida, where I live, I'm told that 51% of the people who are eligible for Medicare have Medicare Advantage plans. So they've chosen this second option that I'm going to tell you about. With the second option, most times you will not have the monthly premiums that you're paying to the insurance company. Now, you're smart enough to know that there is no free lunch. There's no free lunch. Remember the Medicare fund? With the Medicare fund, or from the Medicare fund, Medicare actually pays the insurance companies to offer approved Medicare Advantage plans in your area. And since it is a Medicare approved plan, the insurance company has to offer the benefits that you would get with original Medicare. So if it's a benefit that's covered under Part A, as an example, inpatient hospital, you're going to have inpatient hospital benefits in your Medicare Advantage plan. The way the benefit will be delivered to you will be different than it is with original Medicare, but it is required to be in your plan. So you're not losing benefits of original Medicare. In fact, with the Medicare Advantage plan, you're getting the benefits of Medicare Part A, Medicare Part B, and Medicare Part D, the prescription drug piece, rolled into one plan. So now you're doing one plan, one card, and it could be without paying premium. And the reason you're not paying that premium is because Medicare is not paying the providers for the services that you have. Instead, they're paying the insurance company every month to give you the plan that works best for you. So you got 2 options. You can use original Medicare, a supplement, and a Part D plan, or you can use a Medicare Advantage plan where all of those benefits are rolled into one and you have lower out-of-pocket costs. In addition to having lower out-of-pocket costs, most of the Medicare Advantage plans will offer you those additional benefits that you're looking for that are not covered by Medicare. Those would be things like vision, just regular vision correction, like I wear glasses. Those things, eyeglasses, are only covered under Medicare if you have cataract surgery. But what if you just need to see how to brush your teeth, how to drive your car? You just wear glasses. That's in your Medicare Advantage plan. Dental benefits are important. If you keep oral health and oral hygiene at the top of your list, that helps a lot, because remember, things that go into your body go in through your mouth. So you want to have dental benefits. There are other benefits that may be included in the various Medicare Advantage plans. Each company offers some things a little differently. There are probably about 17 different carriers that are available in any one state or more. there are at least 5 that are available in your zip code. So if you think Medicare is confusing just from the beginning, imagine how confusing it will be for you as an individual who is just becoming eligible to sort out the details of which carrier offers the benefits and has the network that you can work with. That's why I'm here. I want to make sure that you understand what your choices are, but I also want to be the person who can help you to sort it out. I'm not going to be able to take care of everyone, but trust me, if I'm the person that you call to get the answers, then I will be the person who will give you my undivided attention. I know the questions to ask you that's going to help you to make that informed decision. It's always your decision. I'm not a pushy person. I will just make sure that you have the information you need in order to make that informed decision. And I'm always here. So if that wasn't the decision, or if things change in your life and you need to make a different decision because I spent that time with you initially, if something comes up that I know that you should be aware of, guess what? I'm going to be the person to reach out to you and tell you about it. You won't have to learn about it from, I don't know, somebody on the street. So my name is Faye, and I sell Medicare plans. My contact information is 407-340-6282. I'm going to repeat that again. 407-340-6282. I am local to Polk County, Florida, but I am licensed in several states. When you see this post, if you need to have more information, call the number, reach out to me. I will be here twice a month live to give you information about the basics of Medicare. It has been my pleasure to talk to you about your 2 choices, and it will be an even greater pleasure to help you to make the informed decision about the choice that fits you. Thank you.